comes Mr. Pro.
Andre the Giant.
Gonna get his licks in on the bruiser. Hulk Hogan.
Number one, the greatest WWE champion of all time, and in many ways, the man who made the title what it is today, Bruno Sammartino.
His opponent, weighing 236 pounds in the white corner, from Van Nuys, California.
T'as quand même aimé des...
Welcome in to Retro Wrestling Rewind. This is episode number 28. Yeah, that's right, folks. This is our final episode ever this week. Until we hit WrestleCon 2019, folks, we are within...
I thought we were going to Wrestle Rock.
I'm sorry. I thought we were also going out to Markout Fest, which that's in, I think, the Meadowlands on Sunday. But that's a whole different... There's like a whole 80s convention in another couple weeks in, not New Jersey or somewhere in New York with a bunch of 80s wrestlers. But no, folks, I can see the Empire State Building. I can see the Statue of Liberty. We are in sight of WrestleCon 2019, folks. We are going to be at booth number 45. I would say second
on
floor.
The second floor.
On the second floor. I think that's America's like area 2, and then there's I think the America Showcase, whatever the hell they call it.
There's three areas.
There's 3 areas. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in the second area on the second floor, booth 45. There is another booth 45, and I'm sure they probably have some great stuff to give to you. But we're the best booth 45. We're going to be next to Hacksaw Jim Duggan, next to
Dugan.
Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who I'm gonna everybody, folks. No matter if you're a fan of his or not, he just went through some elective open heart surgery, and he seems like he's in good spirits. He said he's going to make all his commitments. He's going to be at WrestleCon, and so he's going to be at booth 44, which is right next to us. Booth 46, which is to my immediate right, is going to be the true American gigolo. I'm sorry, Buff Bagwell. He's going to be there. We're going to be next to Mick Foley, Ric Flair, Kevin Nash, DDP. I mean, folks, I can't guarantee all these people are going to be there because, dude, I mean, they have been having a lot of issues with some of their talent, like the visa issues with PAC, with the Dragon Gate people. They're not able to, get visas to work in the United States. Sting has been pulled because of some WWE stuff. And who did you also think you heard this is not confirmed. This is just rumor and speculation.
Tori Wilson got pulled.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I believe Brett's getting pulled because he's going to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
it could be either the schedule's going to be jacked up or someone's getting pulled, but not for nothing. There's more than enough guys already appearing, and we're definitely going to be there. That's enough.
You know what? I can guarantee you, and it's a.
I can't guarantee that I'm going to be wearing pants, but I can guarantee that I'm going to be there.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be wearing pants, but not a shirt. But that's beside the point because it's gonna be.
Gross.
I mean, it's gonna be chilly in New York because
It was raining today.
It's rain, and it's not supposed to rain on Saturday or Sunday, and it's supposed to rain in the evening on Friday. So that should not delay my flight getting into LaGuardia on Friday. Just wanted everybody to know we'll be there from 9 to 4 on Friday. I may be a little late on Friday because I'm getting in at 8 o'clock on Fridays during rush hour traffic. But when we get there, we'll definitely be till 4.
You should rent a helicopter Lex Luger style, and you just kind of.
Hey! If Retro Wrestling Rewind had that kind of scratch, I would. But we'll definitely be there 9 to 4 on Saturday. And you know who's guaranteed to be there? He's not going to pull out. He's not going to back out.
I don't ever pull out.
The Blue Meanie. Oh yeah, the Blue Meanie. He's gonna be there. It's gonna be so fucking awesome. Holy crap! And I'm gonna be doing some karaoke with Bill Apner on Friday. Just go to Bill Apner's Facebook page for his book and for him. It's a public event. It's not just. I was kind of sad. He personally invited me to do karaoke and some pizza. I was like, oh, that's nice. We're gonna rekindle our. We haven't talked in a while. We haven't seen each other in a while. No, it's a public event, so. You can all you fine fine Retro Wrestling Rewind friends and fans can go to it. But then Saturday, we're going to be back at WrestleCon. And then Saturday night at midnight at Caroline's on Broadway, we're going to be showing the showstopper, Dolph Ziggler. He's going to be doing some comedy. We're going to be doing that. And then Sunday, it's the biggest stage in professional wrestling history, WrestleMania. You looking forward to that show, or you're kind of like, eh?
I mean, it's WrestleMania. You can't help but be excited because it's it's an historic event as always. It's not like going to like a random Raw or a SmackDown. WrestleMania always, it gets you pumped, regardless if you're a fan of the current product or not, or even like anything that's going on the show currently. It's still WrestleMania. It's still, I always recommend if it's ever in your area, and the ticket prices are not so outlandish that it's not a deterrent from going.
Yeah. I mean, they are a lot more expensive since it is in New Jersey. Than they were like the last WrestleMania. Only WrestleMania I went to was WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans. That was a lot cheaper, but
it's actually cheaper than it was at the Garden at WrestleMania 20. I spent $1,000 for my seat in the Garden at WrestleMania 20.
Boy, you're just bleeding money, buddy. You're just bleeding money.
Well, I was ringside, so.
Did you get to take home your chair?
I did. I have it.
So you're one of those people who I see looking like they stole the chair, but they actually.
Dude, do you know how embarrassing it was? The fact that I had to walk through Penn Station with this metal folding chair and then take it on the train back home. Oh my God!
Did you get a lot of goofy looks?
I got looks. I'm not gonna lie, and it was like,
okay. Hey, but
it's me and the guy walking around with the championship belt, looking embarrassed. Everyone's just staring at us.
Hey, there's a thing going around on Facebook with a guy that says, whoever brings a championship belt to an event needs to have to defend it.
I agree.
You
I agree. It's so bizarre to me. I think I mentioned this on a past show that it's one thing if you have a cool cosplay. If you're going to cosplay as like Bret Hart and you're going to have the belt, man, that's cool. You're going to dress like John Cena and have the belt. I appreciate that. Or you take said belt to an autograph sign and they get it signed by Ric Flair or whoever. But if you're just going to walk around with it with a black T-shirt and a leather jacket, I don't think you're getting laid that night.
No,
and nor should you.
God, I hope not. But
you're gonna see quite a bit of that.
Oh, trust me. And the funny, ironic thing is, my father's going to WrestleMania. He's going to be going up there with us. And the last time he went to wrestling was, I think, back in the last wrestling event he went to was in White, Georgia, at the White, Georgia gym when I was ring announcing, and he was highly overdressed because if anybody knows my father, he likes to dress up. He dresses up in nice khaki pants or nice khaki shorts to mow the lawn. So he was highly overdressed at White, Georgia. But I told my dad, he said, hey, what time do we got to get to MetLife Stadium? I was like, probably like 4:45. He was like, okay. I'm like, yeah, the pre-show starts at 5. The main show starts at 7. We'll probably be home 1 o'clock. I don't know. It's going to be a long day, folks. It's going to be 17 and they're probably going to add more tonight. Well,
let me ask you a question as we're talking about this.
Not for nothing.
Not for nothing. Do you think it should? You think it should be? It should be our next T-shirt.
No, I have been asked personally by Rodney West, our #1 fan, that we need to make.
He's our only fan. What are you talking about?
No, we have we have at least a couple of fans. Unfortunately,
mostly in the UK though.
Yeah, we have a lot of UK fans.
We're big in the UK for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, speaking of
we're big in Wales. I don't know why.
And speaking of the UK, we have one of our UK listeners. He does a podcast on it's kind of a retro podcast like ours, and they cover the WrestleCon of the UK, which is coming up, I think, in a couple of weeks' time. So he's going to be flying over on this week, and he's going to interview us. So we're going to be on.
You're going to see a lot of people from all over. Like when I went last time, I saw a lot of people from the UK, Australia, Germany,
Alabama.
I
mean, it's going to be fun. But folks, this week we're covering Royal Rumble 2019. Yeah, that's right, folks. Royal Rumble 2019. I mean, what were your thoughts on this show? I mean,
I think we have to give a state of the WWE to kind of kick this off, and I need to address a lot of issues I currently have with the product as of today. I believe, and I don't want to. I don't want to. I do no. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to come off like a old school, bitter, I hate flippy guy, I hate all new wrestling type guy, because I'm not. There's actually quite a bit of current wrestling that I do enjoy. None of it being WWE at all. And then a lot of people will say to me, if you don't like it, just don't watch. And I don't. I watch the big 4 pay-per-views and then a smattering of pay-per-views throughout the year, but not as much as I used to. I don't watch week in and week out because I will literally have a fucking seizure if I watch that show every fucking week. It is that fucking awful. And to be honest, if you think about it, we all have sports teams in our local areas, right? The New York Knicks, my beloved New York Knicks, have been terrible for 20 years. They still sell out the Garden. We still watch basketball. We don't give up on our teams. And the WWE is professional wrestling, for the most part, their only major league team that we have to root for and get behind. So telling me that I should no longer watch and kind of throw away my 32 years of fandom is a ridiculous statement to make. And if anyone ever made that statement to my face, I will punch them right in the eye. That being said, the current product, and this relates to television, is so awful, so disjointed. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of watching 3 hours of Robot Chicken. It's just skit, garbage skit, match, garbage skit, match. The skits, any kind of backstage segments, promos, 99% of them are terrible. They're poorly written, poorly acted, poorly executed. The stories don't make any sense. The continuity tends to change from week to week. There is no arcs whatsoever. And a lot of people, and I hate this comparison because it drives me nuts, they will often compare professional wrestling to a soap opera. Professional wrestling is not meant to be a soap opera. That's the most ridiculous statement. First of all, soap operas are much better than WWE in terms of their writing. And that's like the lowest of the low you go in the totem pole. And they have an arc. So when you watch episodes, things happen and there's some surprises along the way. But you get to where you need to get to when it's written. WWE is written so poorly, nothing makes any sense. I watched a show. I'm like, is this person good? If they're bad, I don't know anything about them. The matches, the in-ring competition, phenomenal. I love all their wrestlers. They have an all-star roster. If I had to pick a roster right now of wrestlers if I could have that are currently active, 99% of them would be in the WWE. That's how stacked their roster is. It's ridiculous. Their show is cut up and it's formatted ridiculously. You saw the video of the cameraman going up and down when fucking Seth Rollins was beaten. Who was it? Was it Brock Lesnar with a chair? I don't really fucking know. The shaky cam nonsense needs to stop. It is seizure-inducing. It makes me want to vomit. The show is stale. They have not changed the format since 1996. Said wrestler comes out, cuts a promo, and then they build to a main event, and then that main event don't mean shit anyway. We have star versus star matches that should be relegated to pay-per-view on television where they don't mean anything. It devalues everyone. As of right now, today, they don't have many stars. They have Becky Lynch, Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, and that's about it. And once Roman comes back to be take his place back to where he was, those are your stars, folks. And that's still a far, far stretch from the years of Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage and Ric Flair and Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. There's definitely a gap in terms of not only popularity but star power there. No one can get over more than the brand for whatever reason because they're afraid to leave and end up with another Rock situation where The Rock is the biggest movie star in the fucking universe, but he's not in the WWE making that money right now. So that is the current state of the WWE Raw is trash. Don't ever watch it. SmackDown is better, but that's only relative, to be completely honest. And nothing makes sense, and everything sucks all the time.
Well, I mean, how do you really feel? But speaking of that, let's get to Royal Rumble 2019. Starting out with Becky Lynch taking on Asuka for the SmackDown women's title. What was your thoughts on this match? I mean, Asuka won by submission. I mean, the man tapped out. I mean, this doesn't give much merit to her being.
It makes no sense now when we look back at it.
Yeah.
At the time, I could see it because I always thought that, Becky's going to lose and then she's going to come back and win the Rumble, which I correctly predicted. But the fact that Asuka is nowhere to be seen, just dropping the belt to Charlotte recently, she beat Becky, but they did nothing with it. And that's things that drive me insane. They do these things and they do nothing with it. Because in reality, what should have happened is, Becky loses to Asuka, right? Asuka wins her match at WrestleMania. Becky beats Ronda in a one-on-one match. We'll get into that later. And then Asuka can go back and to Becky, like, you never beat me, Becky. Now we have to face off. And that's a money match for, say, SummerSlam.
Yeah, I mean.
But no, we're not doing that.
Isn't Asuka in the women's battle royal at WrestleMania?
Yeah, she went from being a champion, and then she had a championship match, and then they pulled that match, gave the belt to Charlotte, and then Asuka's in a battle royal.
What are your thoughts on Charlotte Flair? I mean, I think
she's good. I think she's good. In ring, she's phenomenal. She's a good promo. She probably gets pushed down her throats a little too much.
Yeah.
She gets interjected into this Ronda Becky situation, which kind of makes sense anyway a little bit because Becky and Charlotte were feuding before this. But there's no reason for her to be in the match other than take the fall from Becky. So my prediction for WrestleMania is that Becky wins that match by defeating Charlotte Flair so Ronda Rousey does not have to get beat.
And she'll be the new Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah. Or the unified champion. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with those belts.
I think
because Charlotte has the other one.
I mean, I think they should unify them. I mean, they don't need to have two women's belts. I mean,
they don't need two women's belts. They don't need two tag belts either.
No, have one woman, go on both brands. I mean, it's bullshit. But we'll see Sunday at MetLife Stadium. But the next match of the card was The Miz and Shane McMahon.
Not Shane McMahon, Greg Gagne.
Sorry, yes, Greg Gagne taking on The Bar. Cesaro and Sheamus. I mean, what are your thoughts on this match? I mean, the thing before we start on this match, is it me or is the Miz's father awkwardly weird?
He's a weird looking dude. I mean, he's not a handsome man.
No, he's no Miz. I mean, I like.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
There's no way in hell in 2019 that Shane McMahon should be winning any type of championship.
No.
That's the reality of the situation.
He only won it because this happens in independence a lot. The head guy, the guy that's putting everything together, or the guy near the top, the top of the pecking order, is always going to be the champion. And it's just, I don't like that. I don't know. It brings down the brand, I think. So
there's no way Shane should be an authority figure. He can be a commissioner. He should not be wrestling. I feel bad. I feel like he's going to get seriously injured. Because not for nothing, he is not a trained wrestler. That's just the reality of the situation. He takes crazy bumps. He's not fucking 25 anymore, guys. He shouldn't be being chucked off a cage. It's ridiculous. And I feel kind of bad. I hate Sheamus. I change the channel every time I fucking see him. Cesaro's fantastic. Hate Sheamus though. And it's like, yeah, I know they're doing this thing with Shane and the Miz. I would have done something like, oh, Maurice is pregnant and Shane McMahon's the father. Fuck it. If you're going to do that, fucking do it.
That would be great. And this has nothing to do with WrestleMania, not for nothing. I was just reading the WrestleCon website. You know who's fucking going to be there now? Enzo.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yep.
Is he on our floor? Can we check if he's not? Can we make sure that he's not anywhere near me?
Yeah, I'm gonna find out and I'll get back with you. And also, I know you wanted to meet him. The Spirit Squad's gonna be there. Just wanted to say.
I went to high school with Mike Mondo.
Oh, you did.
Good.
And yeah, but it's going to be fun. But yeah, I mean, do you think they? And then of course, then they had Shane turn on the Miz, and the Miz is baby. I mean, does the Miz?
The Miz should be a babyface number one.
Does the Miz
need
a title?
The Miz should be world champion.
Yeah.
The Miz, because that story is the one they need to tell, because the way that Miz came up through the ranks, the Miz had to take a lot of shit from a lot of years being thrown out of the dressing room, getting beat up and abused by JBL, not having anyone's respect, being a reality TV star turned wrestler. And, through the years, I've gained a ton of respect for the Miz because he works hard. And he has improved so much over the years. And he's a top guy. And that's a story that needs to be told. And he should be the world champion. I don't understand why he's not.
Hopefully he's a great Intercontinental champion. I know that. But the next match, we had Ronda Rousey taking on Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks, every time I watch her wrestle, she does that dive out to the floor and lands in her face.
She's going to hurt her face one day.
She's going to hurt her fucking face. Her fucking wig's going to fucking fall off and shit. It's going to be fucking bizarre.
I mean, what are your thoughts on this match? I mean,
Ronda's pretty good. I mean, for someone who has limited ring experience, she can go through the motions pretty well. She needs to work on her facials. She needs to work on her ring presence a little bit. She needs to work on her selling a little bit.
And her interviews have gotten a little better. But
all that stuff can be cleaned up. I mean, she's essentially a rookie here. And you have Sasha, who's, she's a good worker. She has awesome matches with Bayley. And I'm sad that I don't get to see those matches anymore because, not for nothing, one of my favorite matches of all time, top 5 for me, is that Sasha versus Bayley match from TakeOver Brooklyn. That match is fucking amazing. Yeah. But in terms of Ronda here, should she be the champion? Yeah, probably. She should be breaking the fourth wall promos on Twitter. No, it's probably not a good idea. They did the double turn, essentially, where now Ronda's the heel and Becky's the face, which is fine. She needs to stop worrying about her gear because she keeps on fixing her gear. And you can't fix your gear. You can't pull up your trunks and sell at the same time. You're not Bubba Ray Dudley.
No one's Bubba Ray Dudley. But,
oh.
I mean, the next match, not for nothing, was the 30 women Battle Royal. It was
Royal Rumble, for Christ's sakes.
Battle Royal Rumble, whatever. It's a bunch of.
You want to call it the Rumble Royale too? You'd be a jerk about it.
Yes, it's the Rumble Royale. Becky Lynch won that match after eliminating Charlotte Flair.
That was a hell of a finish when Becky comes out fucking hurt at the end and wins the whole thing.
Yeah.
The Women's Royal Rumble tends to be an edge of your seat type of watch because I'm waiting for someone to get seriously injured because they tend to be a little sloppy.
Yeah.
My issues with the Royal Rumbles, and this goes for both men's and women's Royal Rumbles in the past, I don't know how many years, is that everyone is down, not doing anything. And then you have 2 people doing a spot. And that's not how that's supposed to work. Everyone's supposed to be doing something in the ring, regardless of the spotlight spot of the match. No one's trying to get eliminated. No one's choking someone out in the corner. No one's punching somebody. They're all just down. And then there happens to be times in the match where, like, I thought that person was eliminated. No, they're on the outside fucking taking a break on the floor. That's ridiculous. And they do that both in the women's and men's Royal Rumble, and it's infuriating. If you watch a lot of the early Rumbles, guys are constantly doing something. They're constantly working. They're trying to eliminate their opponent. They're doing something in the corner. While in the middle of the ring, everyone's watching, 2 guys go at it.
Yeah.
But they're always doing something, and it's just sloppy. Whoever's producing the Rumbles needs to catch that.
Yeah, the men's Royal Rumble, the men's Rumble was the Royal Rumble was better, but we'll get into that in a second.
No, not a whole lot of surprises for the women's Royal Rumble.
A couple legends, but
I wouldn't even call them legends, to be completely honest. Like, who's the legends in here? Let's see. Not any. No legends, unless you want to count Alicia Fox as a legend.
No.
But they don't really need them because their roster is so bloated at this point is that you can have 30 women easily between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT and just have them, just have a match without having a Tori Wilson or a Kelly or a Trish Stratus in these matches.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, like you said, I wasn't really surprised. That's the thing I'm always looking for in the Rumble, both men's and women's. I'm always, when that buzzer goes, I'm like looking for like a surprise. Like,
Right, you're looking for Medusa, you're looking for Leilani Kai, you're looking for somebody. Mildred Burke, I don't know.
You're looking for somebody. The next match was for the WWE title. Daniel Bryan taking on AJ Styles. Of course, Daniel Bryan with a win. I mean, what were your thoughts on this? I mean,
I've seen them have better matches,
and I don't think Bryan
like this should have been a 5-star classic, and it's not, and it's very sad to me.
Yeah.
Because I've seen these guys literally tear down the fucking house before. I don't know what was going on in this match. It was all right. It was perfectly acceptable wrestling. It didn't do anything. It didn't do any favors for Daniel Bryan in terms of where he's going in his arc. Doesn't really do anything for AJ Styles. It's kind of just a match to have a match here. Now, Daniel Bryan as a heel in general has always been fantastic. Check out his Ring of Honor work from when he was Ring of Honor World Champion. Mm-hmm. His heel work was tremendous, and I always wondered why they never really pushed him as a heel prior to this, because he would have done a fantastic job. Yeah. But I'm a little disappointed in his Daniel Bryan AJ Styles match. Should have been a 4 3/4, 5-star, 6-star classic matchup, and it wasn't that.
No, but you know what is probably 20 stars is your YouTube channel. And,
sure is.
Kind of take a break before we get to the 30-man over-the-top Royal Rumble main event of Royal Rumble 2019. How do people go and subscribe and like and watch?
You go in and you go in the little search bar in the little Google machine. You type in Retro Wrestling Games Presents. The first thing that pops up. Excuse me. We currently have 302 videos up currently, so it's a fun time.
And that's how we kind of found each other. And I became a fan of your Twitter page. That sounds weird. And your YouTube channel, and the rest they say is history. I mean, and folks, if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at the RW Rewind. We are at 1,100 followers as of this moment. I know that's not a lot for the, but we got over 1,000, and we're going to do an extra show at WrestleCon. It's going to be awesome. And if you want to go to our website, it's therwrewind.com. It's got everything you want. It's got all of our past shows, all of our YouTube stuff. It's great. But folks, it's time for the main event. It's the 30-man over-the-top rope Royal Rumble.
Missing a match.
Oh, sorry. I always forget Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar and Finn Balor.
Who had a better match than Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, to be completely honest.
The reason I blocked over that, because I'll say this out loud. I'll put this out in the universe. I hate Brock Lesnar.
I know.
He's terrible for the company. I mean, if he wins on Sunday, I won't do anything, but I'll just be mad. So
here's the thing. I think the belt's coming off of him, and then he's going to eventually win the championship on SmackDown. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to want Brock Lesnar on their new Fox show when that launches as champion.
They should give him the Intercontinental title.
He should be the women's champion.
And they should put him on the pre-show. How's that sound? The fucking pre-show.
This match is pretty good. Brock Lesnar has good matches with smaller guys. So he has good matches with Finn Balor. He has good matches with AJ Styles. He has good matches with Daniel Bryan. I like the whole kind of gimmick of Brock injuring his ribs and Finn going after it. And Finn kind of almost winning, but then Brock just kind of overpowers him at the end. So I thought the match was really good.
I mean, is it me or does Brock blow up before he even gets to the ring?
Oh, he looks like he's going to have a heart. He looks warrior red. Like, remember before that promo he did before he died?
Yeah.
Right after WrestleMania, how red he was?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock looks like that all the time.
It's like, I mean, I don't know.
He's getting older, too. People, he's not, 25 anymore either, guys.
No, he's not. And speaking of, MMA, UFC people, Conor McGregor retired. So he says. You think he's going to come make an appearance at WrestleMania?
I don't think he'll be a wrestler ever. I think he's too hard to control.
Yeah.
Like, I can see him going off scripts and like not going with the flow
and not giving a fuck
and shooting or doing a Pillman and just kind of. I think as a personality, maybe as a commentator, maybe as something else, but I don't think he's going to be an active wrestler. Plus, he's way too small. Like, what is he, like 160?
Yeah. He'd be in the
he wouldn't even qualify for 205.
Nope, he would not. He would maybe be would he be a lightweight?
He'd be a featherweight.
Yeah, but I mean, this match. I mean, I love Finn Balor. I mean, he was a freaking first Universal Champion, and then he lost it because he got injured. And it's just do you think he's going to come out as the Demon this weekend?
I don't think so. I think they're getting away from that for whatever reason. I don't think Vince likes it.
Yeah,
he's too handsome to paint his face up like that.
You think they're gonna? Speaking of a Sunday at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, do you think the set is gonna? I know last WrestleMania that they had there, it was kind of an awesome looking set. Do you think they're gonna? Do you see them going the kind of the same look, or you think they're gonna go something like really awesome? Something different.
I think they're gonna have a brand new set. That's for sure. I think it's gonna be fantastic. Who's performing? Do you know who's performing at WrestleMania this year?
I know. I don't know who's performing like any songs, but I know Joan Jett is singing Ronda Rousey's theme song,
okay.
And I would assume maybe Snoop Dogg's going to be there with Sasha. I don't know. So, well, I do you like. Speaking of that, do you like when the actual band sings the theme song live?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, when you can hear it. Yeah. No, when you can't. At Evolution, they had that band come out and play, and you couldn't hear them in the crowd at all.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was at WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, 5 WrestleManias ago, they had the group that sang Bray Wyatt's theme song. They were there doing it live, and that was cool. I mean, but like
we had P. Diddy at WrestleMania 29. He sang the song, but then everyone just went to the bathroom.
But speaking of WrestleManias and WrestleMania, I look back and I watched this WrestleMania 30. It's awesome how far Charlotte has come, because she was, kind of the side person with Triple H when he came out with his match with Daniel Bryan, and look at her, she's in the fucking main event.
And she started late. She's older too. She started late.
Yeah.
Than a lot of the other female competitors, and I think she was a personal trainer before. I know she had some domestic violence issues with her first husband, and I think her husband beat up her dad. I think that's what happened. A lot of weird, like right after Flair retired, a lot of things fucking happened to him that were fucking terrible. Like he had a roid raid, he had a road rage incident. He got beaten up by Ashley or Charlotte's, I believe, husband at the time or boyfriend or something like that. That happened, and obviously, unfortunately, Reed passed away. So it was a lot of like fucked up shit for that stuff for the Nate for a little while there. But he's kicked out of all of it. So bless his heart.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I mean,
I don't know. Do you know why Charlotte does that cartwheel for no reason when she makes her entrance?
I don't know. And then she does that like.
It's weird.
The cartwheel, and then she goes in the ring and does the kind of like
the split.
Yeah. I don't know, but speaking of,
I'm telling you right now. If I was in charge of WWE production, storylines, all that shit, I would cut like 95% of that. Like all that shit would be gone.
Yeah.
Like everyone would hate my show because it would be boring.
I mean, but they never did that shit back in the days.
You didn't need it. I mean, I understand that it's part of the package now, and a lot of people do like the entrances, right? Yeah. I get that, and they're so used to it. If you've been watching for 20 years at this point, since 1999, you're kind of used to that by now. I get that. I understand that. But a lot of it is very, very unnecessary, and a lot of it takes away from the excitement of the match. It kind of just like it breaks it up too much, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. It's crap, and it's going to be a lot of. I bet you they're going to bring the pyrotechnics out on Sunday.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're going to have. They're doing the weird 3D thing now. And then they do the graphics on the ramp. They shoot the graphics down on the ramp, which is whatever. But
no, I mean I kind of like it because we do that at my job currently, where they have like graphics that aren't really there. It's kind of cool. But speaking of something that was cool, the main event, Royal Rumble 2019, was a 30-man over-the-top battle royal. It was won by Seth Rollins. He lastly eliminated Braun Strowman. And
poor Braun Strowman.
What the hell has happened to him?
I don't know. He must be in the doghouse or something, because last year he gets a tag team match with like an 8-year-old kid, and this year he's hanging out with SNL guys. Like poor Braun Strowman. He was fast tracking towards the top, and then
He took
I think he when he botched that move on Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar punched him in the face.
Yeah.
I think ever since then he's been on a downward fucking trajectory.
Yeah, I mean, whatever highway, fast lane he was on, he got off of the wrong exit.
You know what he looks like? He looks like the guy Jackson from Bloodsport, and I would actually dress him like that. He would be wearing jeans and a cut-off T-shirt because his current gear is really shitty.
Yeah, he just needs to be repackaged, and I mean, he's a good wrestler, I guess. I mean,
he's good enough. He's like a Sid or a Kevin Nash, a Big Show like type of guy, a little bit more athletic, bigger, and he can do more things. But they don't treat him like that, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, if he's like Sid, then he must play volleyball. So
softball.
Softball. That's what I meant. I mean, what were your thoughts on this match? I mean,
it was fine. I mean, I like the stuff with Jarrett in the beginning. I thought that was funny. Again, like the stuff that Kofi always does. Every Rumble. That's awesome. I dig that a lot. I guess the big thing coming out of that is the Nia Jax thing coming out of number 30, and then promptly eating everyone's finisher before getting eliminated herself.
Yeah.
Which I think they were testing the ground or just testing the audience reaction to it so they can, in the future, do intergender matches.
Yeah.
Because if they would, you can put Nia out there, she's big enough in terms of her size where it doesn't look like domestic violence. You know what I mean? If you put, Peyton Royce out there to get RKO'd by Randy Orton, people might find that, feel differently about that.
Yeah, but
I think having Nia out there is perfectly acceptable and fine. Her interactions with Rey Mysterio, that's fun or whatever. But then, to be honest, the right guy won. I think, Seth Rollins, who's been kind of out of the limelight for a while, and he's back in the main events, and hopefully he takes the belt at WrestleMania.
Yeah, hopefully he does. But I mean, what were your overall your rating, your Retro Wrestling Rewind rating of the Royal Rumble 2019?
I think like a 6. So it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's like if you turn your brain off and don't worry about any of the storylines, and you just watch the matches with preferably the commentary off, it's not bad.
Yeah. I probably give it a 1 because folks, if you've been listening to our show since the beginning, we don't fucking cover the current product. We cover wrestling from the year I was born, 76 to 2000. Folks, look at your calendar right now. And what week is it? Oh, yeah. It's April Fool's week. Fucking come on, folks. We cover the wrestling when it was wrestling, not sports entertainment. We don't cover any of the new shit. But, I thought it'd be fun to kind of try to pull the wool over everybody's eyes. But, seriously, it was a good show.
I thought we were going to stop what we're doing and then cover Super Bowl Revenge instead.
Oh, we can, or some XPW.
Oh my!
Should we do an XPW show at WrestleCon?
Yeah, with you. There's no one at WrestleCon that's the XPW.
Yeah, it's gonna. But folks,
XPW being the worst wrestling show I've ever seen in my entire life, by the way.
Yeah, well, but not for nothing. We're gonna definitely be at WrestleCon this week. I don't know when you folks listen to this.
Who are you most excited to see at WrestleCon?
I am, to be honest with you, I'm actually looking forward to seeing the Iron Sheik.
Okay, Sheiky baby.
Because that's my son's favorite wrestler, and I said, "Hey, who's Daddy gonna go meet at WrestleCon?" He goes, "Iron Sheik." So, I'm looking forward to seeing Hacksaw Jim Duggan again. Maybe Mick Foley. It's gonna. Folks, there's a lot of people. Don't let the issues of some of the wrestlers backing out deter you coming to WrestleCon. There's so many people. How many people do you have on your meet and greet list that you're gonna do?
Well, there's Penta, right? Mm-hmm. There's Jushin Thunder Liger. There's Jesse Ventura. There is Nikita, Barry, JJ, Bobby Eaton, Lex Luger, Tully Blanchard, Missy Hyatt. Izuki Yamagata from the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Oh, bless you.
Hollywood from Glow, which I'm very excited. Flair. I'm definitely going to do Flair. I'm going to do,
Muda.
as I scroll down, Muda for sure. I'm going to do Brian Pillman Jr. For sure on that. Brian Cage. I'm going to do. I might do Renee Young because she's back on the listing here, which is nice to see. I'm not going to do Corey Graves because I think he's kind of a douche.
Hey, I heard there may be somebody that be able to get you a real good one-on-one with Blue Meanie. Would you like to meet him?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean it's I mean there's so many people. I mean it's like
Ricky Steamboat, Teddy Long, Magnum TA, Arn Anderson, Sergeant Slaughter, your favorite wrestler. Animal. You have Priscilla Kelly, which she's signing tampons. You have Ron Simmons, Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown, and The Godfather. I wonder if they're going to do a Nation of Domination fucking picture. That'd be awesome. They are. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. I want to do I'll do that.
It's gonna be awesome. I mean, folks, like I said, we're gonna be at booth 45, the second floor. We're gonna be there all day Friday, all day Saturday, and the awesome thing is we have a free giveaway. All you have to do is just give us your email address, maybe your phone number, and how you've been listening to the show, and you don't have to.
If you give me your phone number, I will call you at 4:00 in the morning.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Shivani's going to be there. You know Shivani. You're friends with Shivani.
Yeah, Shifoni. As Gordon Soley called him back at Starcade 85. Eric Bischoff's going to be there. You know who's not going to be there? Vince Russo. Because he doesn't do those kind of conventions.
He's not allowed at them.
Oh, Marty Jannetty's going to be there. So crap, I should probably take all my gear back to the room.
Yeah, we can't leave the basket on the table now.
And shit. Be like, where did the basket go?
How did you get invited back?
I don't know.
WrestleMania 29, he was allegedly kicked out for stealing gimmicks from the gimmick tables. Allegedly.
While everybody was at the wrestling show?
Yeah, it was the Chikara show. It was either the Chikara or Evolve show. I forget which one.
My God, if he wants the basket, fuck it. If he wants the stuff that's in there, which is
if he wants the autographed picture of Scott Steiner,
if he wants some old PWIs and a Retro Wrestling Rewind mug and some other cool stuff, he can have it. Do you want to meet Marty?
Is Sean going to be there? Because I'll do Marty and Sean together.
Sean's going to be there, isn't he?
Yeah, he was on the list. I don't know if he got pulled or not.
I mean,
Scotty Steiner's going to be there though.
Scott Steiner's going to be there. Oh crap!
Yeah, I wonder if he get any Shoney's fucking gift cards.
I should ask him. Hey, Scott.
Do you go to his Shoney's, by the way?
No, but I do need to go there. It's kind of a haul for me to get from here to there. But
did you ever go to Abdullah's House of Ribs and Chinese food?
No, I did not get Hep C. So, but. And
Is Abby going to be here? Abby's going to be here.
Yes.
I've met Abby before.
Who?
I've met Abby before.
Yeah, he's cool. I wish Sabu was going to be there. He's a cool dude.
Sabu is going to be there.
Oh, he is?
I saw. I'm going through the list of names right now.
There's so many people.
They've added guys like Scott Norton. I wish Ice Train was there, but Ice Train's not going to be there. No. You can meet Joey Janela.
Are you still you're still booked to go to the penis party, right?
No, the penis party is going to be in your bedroom, in your hotel room. It's going to be freaking gross.
Whoa, that's gross.
It's true.
Especially, gross. Ew.
You and Joey Ryan and Al Snow.
I actually want to meet Al Snow. It'd probably be cool. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a long, fun weekend. And I think the WrestleMania show is going to be about 7 hours. It's gonna be long. But once again, how do people get to your website? Here's
the thing. We had the Twitter, which is at RW Games Presents. Right now we're at 5,438 followers. So please give me a follow. And then you want to watch my show over at Retro Wrestling Games Presents. We review old school wrestling video games. We're going to do each and every single one ever. In addition to that, we got some playthroughs of Fist of the North Star and Spider-Man for the PS4 and some NES Classic stuff up there too. So it's a lot of fun. We have the much revered NWA 1984 project, so please take a look at that as well. So lots of fun stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, this weekend's gonna be great. Like I said, we're gonna have a giveaway, a retro wrestling. You do not have to be present to win. We're gonna be pulling it at 3:45 on Saturday, and if you're not there, we'll either tweet you, we'll Facebook message you, we'll call you, we'll text you, whatever.
We'll get you the basket one way or the other.
We'll not for nothing. We'll get you the basket.
David Fine will drive and drop it off at your house.
That is a fine guarantee. And also
him in the blue meanie. He's gonna wear meanie shorts with the blue meanie.
Hey, maybe. It is a long weekend, and there's probably gonna be alcohol involved in this weekend. But another thing that's going to be involved this weekend, folks, we want all our fans that are or at the convention or that are going to be there, even if you haven't listened to the show, but you heard about it, come to our booth 45, second floor. We are going to be taping a lot of stuff. We're going to be taping episodes of the show, be taping interviews with legends, with the fans. We want the fans to get involved. We want you to come down, give us your fondest wrestling memory from. I kind of moved the timeline of our show from the year I was born, the year the world got that much better, the year David Fine was born, 1976, all the way to 2000. If you have a great memory, good, bad, indifferent, come sit down with us and we'll tape it and we'll put it on the show. But for the great Alex G, I am, as always, David Fine. Folks, we will see you in just... Depends on when you listen to this. It could be a couple hours. It could be a couple of days. But we'll see you at WrestleCon 2019, the Hilton, Midtown Manhattan, Saturday and Sunday, the 5th and the 6th, booth 45, second floor. We'll see you at WrestleCon 2019.
238 pounds in the black corner. From St. Louis,
Here comes Mr. Crow.
Andre the Giant.
Gonna get his licks in on the bruiser. Hulk Hogan.
Number 1, the greatest WWE champion of all time, and in many ways, the man who made the title what it is today, Bruno Sammartino.
His opponent weighing 236 pounds in the white corner. From Van Nuys, California.
Ça quand même à NBC. Rejoice.